France's President Emmanuel Macron has pledged to provide Ukraine with armored combat vehicles to help in the war against Russia. The French government declined to detail how many of its AMX-10RC vehicles will be sent, nor the timing of the deliveries, but it cast the move as a sign of how Macron wanted to amplify military aid to Ukraine. Ukraine's President, Volodymyr Zelensky, thanked Macron on Twitter, saying, "Your leadership brings our victory closer." The move signals that France, with one of the biggest defense forces in NATO, is committed to supporting Ukraine against Russia as the war approaches its second year. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how useful will French AMX-10RC be for Ukraine. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by NordVPN. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. Use the code DEFENSE at the checkout to get an extra month free for the 2-year plan. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The AMX-10RC was designed in the early 1970s and was first deployed by the French Army in 1979. The French Army obtained a total of 284 of these. It's no longer produced. AMX-10RC is based on a purpose-built 6x6 chassis. The vehicle is operated by a crew of 4, including a commander, gunner, loader, and driver. AMX-10RC is a 16-ton vehicle capable of traveling 50 miles per hour or 80 kilometers per hour. It was originally developed for reconnaissance and fire support. The hull and turret are of welded aluminum armor construction, and the vehicle can withstand hits from medium-caliber weapons and artillery shell splinters, but not large-caliber tank rounds or anti-tank missiles. Its wheeled design means it can move fast on roads and reasonably smooth terrain and requires less maintenance than a heavy tracked vehicle like a 70-ton Abrams. The vehicle has a hydro-pneumatic suspension with adjustable ground clearance. The ground clearance can be adjusted from 0.2 to 0.6 meters. The vehicle can continue to move when 1 or 2 tires are totally destroyed. In the 2000s, the French Army hired defense contractor Nexter to upgrade 256 of its remaining AMX-10RCs to a new configuration known as AMX-10RCR. The package included suspension and drivetrain improvements, a new digital battlefield management system, an updated communication suite, and new self-defense smoke grenade launchers. New add-on armor packages were developed for the RCR, including one called CPAR that features flat screens primarily designed to defeat rocket-propelled grenades and other similar light infantry anti-tank weapons. The base RCR configuration weighs 19 tons, but the vehicle's weight climbs to 24 tons with the CPAR. The striking fact about the AMX-10RC is that it packs a 105mm cannon rather than the usual small cannon or heavy machine gun. It was one of the first, if not the first, production fire support vehicle armed with the potent 105mm gun. This is perhaps the main reason why it's been called a light tank or tank destroyer. While smaller than the high-velocity 120mm cannons found on main battle tanks, the AMX-10RC's gun is powerful enough to take out a tank at close range and would be deadly against lighter armored vehicles and infantry. AMX-10RC is more suited for locating the enemy and beating a quick retreat if necessary, rather than going face-to-face with main battle tanks. An ANF-1 7.62mm machine gun is mounted coaxially to the main armament. 2 electrically operated smoke grenade launchers are mounted on each side of the turret, 38 main gun rounds, 4,000 rounds of 7.62mm ammunition, and 16 smoke grenades are carried. Kyiv has been pushing its allies to provide armored vehicles, as well as battle tanks, air defense systems, and longer-range missiles as it prepares for a possible renewed Russian offensive later this winter. France's move comes after it had been criticized by analysts and some allies for donating less weaponry to Ukraine than other European governments. The Kiel Institute for the World Economy, which has been tracking donations to Ukraine, has France giving fewer assets than the UK, Germany, or Poland. France refutes those figures and says it does not disclose all it has provided. Its decision to send the AMX-10RC to Ukraine indicates that France is now ready to provide heavier stuff. While AMX-10RC is old, it's likely to be pretty handy given the fact that apart from lightly protected Russian vehicles, it will encounter Soviet-era hardware, including T-55, T-62 tanks in certain areas. Importantly, this comes along with an announcement from the United States and Germany to provide Bradley fighting vehicles and Marder infantry fighting vehicles, respectively.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.